Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel TNArt. I hope you all are well. So let's start today's video. Today's video I am starting off with an unboxing. So let's see what I got. So this is UV LED light and I got this from Istoyo and it comes in a set of two. As I can see, one is bigger, one is small. So this is how the box looks like. All the specifications are mentioned. So let's open it. So in the box, I can see there are two lights and some information. So this is the manual and you can read all the details and all the information about these lights. And also you can review their product. So the details all are in the card here. And this is the bigger one with the cord and we get a silicone mat as well. So you can place your mat when you're working with your UV resin and you can work on this. So this is the bigger light. It's really good for bigger projects. So here are all the specifications for if you want the 90 seconds, 60 seconds or the 30 seconds. And then this is the smaller one. And I have a discount code available in my description if you like to treat yourself. So it's really a good product and I have used their resin. There are a lot of products, so I am just loving all of their amazing stuff. So let's start today's project. So as you can see, I am making something really different today and I am making a potion bottle and it's going to be a liquid core. So this project took me some time because I was trying to find something that could fit inside. So finally I got this bottle and I removed the top from the bottle and it fits really perfectly. So you can buy these bottles off from Amazon or eBay easily. What I'm doing here is now I'm using distilled water, so half and half distilled water and half it's going to be glycerine. So this is the glycerine that I'm using. Now what I will be doing is I will be adding this back into my cup because last time when I made the dice with the liquid core, I was given a suggestion to mix it before adding to the original creation. So I will be doing that. And in this cup, I will be adding this cellophane paper. I will be cutting it into smaller pieces. Bigger pieces don't work really fine as it creates problem to move. At least this what I think, but there might be a lot of experts. So I'm just adding this into the liquid now, cutting it into smaller pieces. So you can add glitter, mica, cellophane paper, anything you like. It's just magic and you can create it with yourself. So after doing this, I will be giving it a little bit of a mix. I think I will be adding some more of the fantasy paper this time. I'm not adding the cellophane paper because I have a lot of fantasy paper lying around from the previous project, so I need to use them. So I am scrunching up to bring out the colors. So this fantasy paper is a bit thicker than the cellophane paper. So again, doing the same thing, I will be cutting it into smaller pieces. There are so many projects that are lined up and they do get delayed because of some things that are missing, or sometimes I'm not getting the proper idea for what I have to do with them. So finally I got the chance to make it, and in time for the Halloween. So in this way you can make a lot of potion bottles as you like. And after that, I was thinking to add some alcoholing into the potion here. That is a mixture of half and half glycerine and distilled water. So this is the alcoholing that I will be adding. Just, I think I will be adding a drop. That's it. And after that, I will be mixing it, mix. And during mixing, I thought, why not add something more? So I'm adding some chunky glitter into this. So it's about a sort of iridescent chunky glitter. So here we go. And now I will be finally mixing this, and I will be pouring it back into my mold that you can see. It's for the liquid core. So I do make a lot of potion bottles with glass bottles that I buy from the thrift store, or you can say the charity shops in here in UK, and I make them with the spirit animals. That's something I do, and I do makes dragon ones, some cat ones, so some ravens ones, so a lot of them. So this time I thought, why not try this in resin? So I went to the website and I wanted to buy a mold that is a bottle mold. So I finally found this bottle mold, and then this idea came to my mind to add a liquid core because I wanted some sort of movement in there. So it's all done now, and you can see when I added the black ink, it did change the color of the cellophane paper. So now come the best part, and I'm opening my Istoyo UV resin kit and I'm putting it to the test now. So I will be working with the smaller one at the moment. So here I am just plugging it up, and the other part will go into the main switch. So here I have taken a plastic bag. You can use a silicone sheet here. I'm just making the lid for the container now. So here I'm spreading my resin. Basically I'm making a lid for my liquid core, and I'm using a Jdiction high viscosity resin that was highly recommended from you all because of the work I'm doing here. So it do holds its shape. So I'm really not sure about the size of the lid, but I'm thinking of making a bigger one. Hopefully it fits. So now I will be turning on the lamp, and upon opening the lamp, one thing I have noticed that the light from this LED is a bit soft, not so harsh. So my upper side is cured, but the bottom side is still not cured, but it's really fine for this project because it will be working as a glue. So I will be putting it on our top, and then I will be turning on my UV light to cure it. So the part that is on the bottom side that is not cured will now cure with the container. So take your time on this step and try to make it secure as much as possible. So the top part is cured now, so I will be now applying the UV resin on the sides just to make it extra secure. So I'm really afraid that it might spill, but I need to work carefully. And here I'm applying on the lid. to cover it all up. And I'm doing it in steps, little by little. So holding it, adding the UV resin, and then under the UV light. And this is the final one. And now it's time to test it after this. So yeah, I was inner me was afraid, and I was trying to see if the water is going to come out, but I'm happy it's not coming out. And here we go. So still I don't know if I had to fill it to the top, but I think so. It's looking good. And now fingers crossed that it worked. So here is my resin. So just there is a previous resin into the container, so this is clear resin, just to make you just to let you know. So this is the violet transparent pigment that I will be using in my bottle. So I will be adding just a little bit of teeny tiny amount, because I don't want a very dark color. I want a light color. So with a toothpick, I will be putting the color little by little into the resin. So now I'm mixing it, and I wanted to see that if I get. And the resin that I'm using here is by Teexpert. It's their deep pour. So this is perfect for making the bottle, because by using this resin, I will get a very beautiful clean bottle. So if you are doing deep pours, this is perfect resin for you. So again, I have a discount code for this resin if you like to treat yourself. So slowly I'm adding the color and checking on it. So I'm happy with the color. So I will leave this to release all the bubbles for around 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, we are ready to do the process here, the procedure. So I'm adding the resin first into the mold, and because I wanted to cover the neck, that's the top of the bottle. Now with something, any stick, I will be moving it into the neck of the bottle if there are any bubbles. And I see few bubbles in the neck, and I'm releasing them. So I will be using a bit of heat gun here. So this heat gun has a very low heat, so that's why I'm using it. If you have the bigger one, please do take care, because it might damage your mold. So really slowly on the side, I'm adding the resin here. I will try to avoid as much bubbles as I can. So at this step, I can see some bubbles, so I need to remove them. So I'm using my heat gun here. So just a little heat gun, not more. And now I'm adding this into the mold. So I added the bottom part to the top of this, and the one that I made, this is going on the bottom of the bottle. Hopefully you understand what I said here. So now I will be adding the rest of the resin to all the sides. So if I'm a beginner, what I will be doing here is that I will be filling up the bottle halfway, and then I leave this to cure. And when the resin is just about to cure, I will be adding the next layer, because if you wait a lot, you get a line in between the bottle where you add the second layer. So to avoid that, you need to monitor that your resin is a bit sticky, but it's cured. Then you add the second layer, then it's a transparent, complete, beautiful bottle. But I am doing resin for a long time, so I will be filling the bottle in one go. So let's see. Yeah, this is an experiment I'm doing myself. So I'm doing it in a one go. So really very slowly I'm adding the resin to avoid any air bubbles. So here I'm just checking if I'm getting any bubbles. So after waiting a little bit, I'm adding the rest of the resin now, and then I will be filling it to the top. And filling up slowly and slowly because I don't want to overfill it or underfill it. And now I'll leave this to cure for 2 days. So this is after 2 days, the resin is cured now, so time to demold. I'm really excited. So it's coming out and we can see the shiny bottle, and I'm so happy about it. It looks so amazing, and the liquid inside and plus the resin is so clear. So I think I do make a lot of purple stuff. I need to change the colors, but this time I'm doing it purple and it's so beautiful. I'm loving it. Now put up the top. So here I will be adding the top part, that's the cork. So basically this bottle is done now if we are just making it, but I will be taking it to the next level. You know that I can't leave it alone like that. But I'm really happy how the paper is moving inside, and yay, finally I made it. So I'm just playing with it, please don't mind. On to the next step. And after watching my bottle and playing with it, now I need to step up and do something next to it. So what I'm doing here is I will be taking a jute thread and I will be covering the neck part of the bottle. And what I will be doing is, you can use UV resin here, but I'm using a Gorilla Glue and I will be applying to the neck. So again, you can use anything you like. You can use lace as well. Before I was thinking of adding a lace, then I decided on this. So I will be just covering the neck of the bottle now tightly. So it's done now, and I'm cutting the excess thread now, and I will be putting up the Gorilla Glue again to finally secure it all. So on to the next step, and that is we need to name the potion bottle here. So I'm selecting the one that I wanted to make, and this is the unicorn blood. So I bought these from Etsy, so I will link the shop below if you like to purchase for yourself. I was actually thinking of making a collection of bottles, and this was last October and I didn't find the time to make it. So this time I am sure that I will be making them. So this one is the starting one. Last year I couldn't make them. So all done now, and I'm putting it on the bottle now. So just finding the perfect spot to add the label. Before I was thinking if I want to add the label or not, because it will hide the beauty of this liquid core, but I thought I need to make it a potion bottle, so I need to do it. So here we go. And now on to the next step. That is the crystals that I wanted to add. So these are a bit bigger one. So these are the smaller one that I made, and here I will link the video if you like to make your own mold of smaller crystals. So they do come in handy, so you can see now that they are coming handy. So I am just checking on which one to add. So I think this looks perfect. So again, you can use UV resin, but I'm using Gorilla Glue. So I'm applying on the back of the crystal here, and I will be then adding it onto the bottle. Just like that. So whatever I'm doing here is really up to me. If you want to leave your bottle like this, it's really up to you. But I think always go overboard with my ideas here. So on the side, I think this looks perfect. So again, I'm using the Gorilla Glue, and here it goes on the other side. So it's done now. So now time to add some more magical ingredients, and so I have this you can see a bead, and I am adding it to the chains now. So one side I will be adding this bead, and it was going really well with the bottle, and to the other side I will be adding a moon. And here I've added the moon, and now it's time to just bundle it up. And with my pliers I will be closing the jump ring now. So this part is done now. And now on to the next step. So again, it's time to use the UV resin. Basically, you can use a wax seal that if you want to do it, but I will be using it with the UV resin here. So I'm just dropping the UV resin from top, so it will be dripping on the side of the bottle and create that effect, that dripping effect. And after that, I will be opening up my UV light because I want to cure it on the sides while it's dripping to give the dripping effect. So you need to work a bit fast on this step. So now for the top, I wanted to do something different. So I'm using this amethyst crystal that is going perfectly with this bottle here. So to attach this crystal to the cork here, I will be using my epoxy sculpt. So it's a two-part a dry clay, and it do cures as a stone hard, and it is waterproof as well. So I'm just combining it, and after mixing it, I will be attaching it to the crystal here, and then I will be putting it onto the top of the bottle. So this clay work as a glue also. So my UV resin on the top of this lid is all secured. So I'm just putting a little bit of Gorilla Glue on the top of the cork just to be extra careful. That's it. And now I'm pressing it onto the top. And just checking that which side I want the crystal to be. And with my both hands, I'm pushing it down. So after doing that, I will be doing my last step here, and I'm adding the gold foil to the dripping resin that I cured. So I'm adding the foil to the resin here. So when the resin is freshly cured, you can add foils to your resin, UV resin here. So I'm just roughly putting it onto all the places where I had the UV resin. And in between adding the foils, I am adding more UV resin to create that 3D dripping effect as I like. So this is really up to you. So after that, with the help of a brush, I am removing all the excess gold foil very carefully. So I added a little detail on the neck of the bottle here with my epoxy sculpt. You can see I made some swirls. So to cover that up, I will be using a wax here. So these are some rubbing wax that I use for making jewelry. So I will be using it onto the bottle here. So I just take tiny bit on my finger and just rub it. So this is how it looks like. So everything is coming really well together and I am so happy about it. And for the final step and some neatness, I am using this felt and I will be attaching it to the bottom of the bottle. So here I'm just cutting it according to the size. And after applying the Gorilla Glue again, I am attaching to the base of this bottle. And here we go. Everything is done now and let's see the final look. So this is the final look of the bottle and it's really amazing. It's perfect and I love it how it turned out. So this is from all sides and you can see how it looks like, and the water inside the liquid core, if you move it, it is moving. So it looks like there is liquid into the bottle. So hopefully I will be making some more. I might, if you have any suggestions, do let me know if you want to see any next so I can do that one. Next one, I am thinking of making it into a mica one. So we will see what I will be doing on the next project, but I will be just looking at this one and I will be playing with it. So upon just looking at the bottle, if anyone is seeing, it looks like a glass bottle. It turned out so perfect and I'm just loving it. So enough of me loving it. So I just wanted to thank you so much. And please do let me know in comments that if you like this video and if you like this potion bottle, and also please like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider do so and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.